Have you ever felt like something just feels off in your bedroom? You sleep, but never feel fully rested. Your mind is constantly tired. Money does not seem to flow in, but bad luck keeps showing up again and again. If you have ever felt this way, it is not just your imagination. In fact, it might be your bedroom itself, quietly draining your energy, luck, and inner peace, night after night. The dangerous part is, most people have no idea this is happening. They are sleeping right next to things that attract misfortune, illness, and stagnation every single day. But do not worry. In today's video, I will help you recognize 10 common but dangerous objects that may be hiding in your bedroom and show you how to clear them out in simple, gentle, but deeply effective ways, based on applied feng shui and spiritual energy. Watch until the end of the video, because sometimes just one small change can open the door to a completely new beginning in your life. And if this message resonates with something inside of you, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a positive comment below. Something like, "I am ready to release what no longer serves me," or simply, "I am ready to welcome better things into my life." Most of us think of the bedroom as just a place to sleep and rest. But from the perspective of feng shui and subtle energy fields, your bedroom is actually the center of personal energy, the place where your body regenerates, where your mind opens, and where your destiny gets programmed every night. The sad truth is, most of us are sleeping in spaces filled with stagnant air, disturbed energy, and repeating the same serious mistakes over and over again. Why do you still feel exhausted, even when you get enough sleep? Why is your career stuck in the same place? Why do bad things keep happening to you for no clear reason? The answer might be hiding in the most ordinary things around you. From a misplaced mirror to a pile of old clothes, or even just a clock that has stopped ticking, all of these can become invisible doors through which negative energy flows into your life. And here is the serious part. That negative energy does not just affect you. It quietly spreads into your relationships, your family's wealth, your mental health, and even the opportunities that are trying to find you in the future. In the next part, we are going to take a closer look at each of these signs, each of these common mistakes that you may be making right now inside the most familiar room in your life. You do not have to fully believe in feng shui or spiritual practices to feel one very simple truth. Every space carries a certain kind of energy. Some places make you feel calm, others make you feel tense, distracted or tired for no obvious reason. And the bedroom, the space where you recharge every day, is the place that most deeply affects your mood, your health, and even your destiny. Why do I always feel stuck? A woman once shared that even though she was not going through any major life crisis, she always woke up with this heavy feeling on her chest. After months of unease, she finally noticed that the large mirror in her bedroom was facing directly toward her bed, and across from it, the bathroom door was always open. According to traditional feng shui, having a mirror that faces the bed is a major mistake. It does not just disturb your sleep, it duplicates your worries and conflicts, and even drains positive life energy from your body while you rest. A common mistake: thinking it is no big deal. There are so many things we keep in our bedrooms simply out of habit, or because we think it is fine just sitting there. But in feng shui, any object that does not carry positive energy is silently interfering with your personal energy field. For example, a broken clock that no longer runs symbolizes time being stuck, not moving forward. A dried out, dying plant reflects fading life energy. A pile of old bills or financial paperwork symbolizes financial stress and pressure. A gift from someone you no longer talk to is tied to old emotional energy, keeping you stuck in the past. These are not just objects, they are energy anchors. Every night you sleep next to them, you are allowing that stagnant energy to stay alive in your life. Have you ever had strange recurring dreams, like being trapped, being watched, or unable to move? Have you ever felt like your sleep never fully restores your energy, or that you constantly argue with your loved ones for no real reason? These could be early warning signs from your living space. Your body and mind always send signals before misfortune truly strikes, but if you do not know how to listen, you will assume it is just coincidence. One entrepreneur shared that no matter how hard he worked, his business contracts kept falling through at the last minute. After visiting an energy consultant, they discovered that right underneath his bed were old photographs, scattered documents, and an urn containing ashes of a past family member, something he had temporarily placed there and completely forgotten about for 3 years. Do you see what was wrong? In feng shui, your bed is the center of life energy. Anything placed under it directly affects your life force. Old photographs and memorial items from the deceased carry very strong yin energy. Combined with messy paperwork, they create a field of chaotic energy, which often leads to broken plans and strange delays. The real problem is not the object itself, but the energy attached to it. When you hold on to something old, not because you need it, but because you fear losing it, your mind is operating from a place of scarcity, and that kind of energy creates a reality of lack. Repeated patterns, low creativity, and no progress. That is why cleaning your bedroom is not just a physical action, it is a spiritual ritual. It is your way of declaring to the universe, I am ready to let go of the past. I am making space for something new and positive. Now that you understand how your bedroom may quietly affect your health, prosperity, and emotional state, the next step is action. But do not worry. You do not need to renovate your whole house. Sometimes just a few small adjustments, done the right way and at the right time, can lead to powerful shifts in your life. Here are some highly effective feng shui solutions you can start applying right away. 1. Start with physical clearing. Cleanse the space, clear the path. Decluttering is the very first and non-negotiable step. Take a walk around your bedroom and ask yourself honestly, do I still use this item? Does it bring me positive emotions? Does it belong to my present life? If the answer is no, it is time to let it go. At a minimum, remove these. Clothes you have not worn in over a year, broken, old or damaged items, old photos, letters, and papers from people who are no longer in your life, fake plants, dried flowers, or lifeless decorations, cracked mirrors, stopped clocks, and anything that feels stuck in time. You do not have to throw them out immediately. You can thank them for serving you in the past, then gently move them out of your sleeping space. This action frees up stagnant energy and makes room for new, vibrant energy to flow in. 2. Cleanse the subtle energy with scent, light, and sound. After you clear out physical clutter, the next layer is subtle energy, the kind you cannot see with your eyes, but your body and mind can always feel. Here are 3 simple ways to energetically cleanse your bedroom. Sage or incense cleansing. Use sage or agarwood incense early in the morning or around sunset. Start at your bedroom door and move clockwise, gently letting the smoke touch each corner. As you do this, you can quietly repeat, I release all energy that no longer serves me. I welcome light and peace into this space. Sunlight. At least once or twice a week, open the curtains and windows to let natural sunlight pour in. Sunlight does more than kill physical germs. It also helps dissolve old, heavy energy, especially in rooms without good airflow. Vibrational sound. Use a small handbell, metal wind chime, or a singing bowl to activate the energy in the room. Each morning, ring the bell 3 gentle times. Take deep breaths and feel the sound ripple through the space. 3. Add objects that activate positive energy. After cleansing, it is time to activate fresh energy. Like people, spaces need something new and alive to continue thriving. Here are a few things you can place in your bedroom. Live plants. Go for low-maintenance options like jade plant, snake plant, or pothos. These represent growth and help purify the air. Crystals. Place a small clear quartz or citrine crystal near your bed or on your nightstand. These stones help absorb negative energy and increase clarity, prosperity, and focus. Soft wind chimes. Hang a small gentle wind chime by the window to help energy circulate. Avoid loud or chaotic chimes. Vision board or symbolic artwork. Put up images that represent what you want to attract. A cozy home, family harmony, good health, abundance. Each morning, when you look at it, you are sending a clear message to the universe. I know what I want, and I am open to receiving it. 4. A simple weekly ritual. Rituals for renewal. You do not need an altar or specific religion to create meaningful, gentle, spiritual rituals. Here is a simple one you can do at the start of each week. Tidy up your bedroom. Burn 1 stick of incense or use essential oils. Open your windows and let fresh air in. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Say or think this clearly. I clear all stagnant energy from this space. I invite in prosperity, love, and peace. It takes just 10 minutes, but the shift is powerful and real. 5. Absolute do-nots to protect your space, to avoid accidentally bringing negative energy into your room. Even if you have done everything right above, be mindful of these major feng shui don'ts. Do not place a mirror facing directly toward the bed. Do not sleep under large ceiling fans or exposed beams. Do not point sharp objects like knives, scissors, or metal decor toward your bed. Do not display sad or disturbing artwork. Do not place spiritual altars or sacred objects at the foot of the bed or directly facing it. These things can disturb your subconscious during sleep, the time when your energy is most vulnerable. Remember, you are not just cleaning your room, you are clearing a path for new energy to enter your life. You are telling the universe, I deserve to live in a space of positive energy. I choose to let go of the old and step into a better version of myself. Feng shui is not superstition. It is the art of understanding the invisible flow between people and space. When you respect your living environment, you are learning how to respect yourself. A deeper look at mirrors. A simple object, but high-impact energy. In feng shui, mirrors are powerful energy transmitters. If placed correctly, they amplify blessings, but when placed incorrectly, they can attract misfortune. Never place a mirror facing your bed. Many people think it is just an aesthetic choice, but the truth is, while you sleep, your body is in its most vulnerable energetic state. A mirror reflecting your body during sleep is believed to cause spiritual instability. In traditional Eastern belief, this can lead to restless sleep, frequent nightmares, or even sleep paralysis. Also, if your mirror reflects a door or window, you are unintentionally bouncing good energy right out of the room. Golden rule: mirrors should not reflect any doorway, and definitely not the bed. Fixes: if you cannot move the mirror, use a light-colored curtain to cover it at night. Place a small plant in front of it to soften the reversed energy flow. Boosting positive energy. Through scent, the underrated secret weapon. Scent directly influences the emotional centers of your brain, and it is also one of the fastest ways to refresh the energy of a space. Good feng shui scents for the bedroom. Agarwood, also known as oud, repels bad energy, calms the mind, supports deep sleep. Lavender soothes the nerves, promotes relaxation, ideal before bedtime. Sweet orange warms the heart, uplifts the mood. Great to start your day. Ylang ylang, romantic and sensual, clears heavy emotional energy, perfect for couples' bedrooms. You can use a diffuser, natural room spray, or simply light one incense stick at a sacred hour, for example 6 a.m. or 7 p.m. to renew the energy and invite blessings into your home. A closer look at feng shui plants. Not all greenery is suitable for the bedroom. Green plants are a source of life force, but not every plant is appropriate for a restful space. Best bedroom plants: snake plant, cleans air, survives in low light, symbolizes resilience. Jade plant attracts wealth, represents long-lasting luck. Pothos absorbs toxins, softens the atmosphere, encourages positive chi. Plants to avoid: strong-smelling plants or spiky leaf plants like cacti, large bushy plants that overcrowd small rooms, fake plants or plastic flowers. They imitate life but offer no real energy. Simple but powerful spiritual symbols. Let them speak through your space. You do not need to hang talismans or overly mystical objects. Choose light, meaningful symbols. Himalayan salt lamps. Gentle glow calms the space and purifies the air. Small crystals under your pillow or by your headboard. Rose quartz. Emotional healing. Citrine. Financial flow. Hematite. Shields against negative energy. Feng shui bead strings. Hang lightly near windows to reflect sunlight and multiply good energy. Always remember, your space reflects your soul. Every symbol you place with intention becomes a silent message of love, peace, and prosperity, slowly transforming your bedroom into a sanctuary of renewal and luck. Final warning: never underestimate small, harmless things. Many people find themselves spiritually stuck, not because of curses or dark energy, but because they ignore small signs in their living space. For example, a gloomy, sad painting above your bed. You see it every day without realizing your mind is absorbing its emotion. A crooked bed frame, a wrinkled sheet, a random pile of books. All these create low-level chaos. Start fixing the smallest things. Energy only flows where there is order and respect. Have you ever wondered, why can a mirror disturb the energy in a room? Why does a dead plant feel unlucky? Or why does the soft sound of a bell in the morning bring a strange sense of peace? We often brush these off as just feelings. But according to Eastern philosophy and many ancient cultures around the world, every object carries its own layer of energy and often holds a deeper symbolic meaning. In classical feng shui, a mirror is not just something that reflects your image. It is considered an energy gateway, connecting the visible and invisible worlds. When placed incorrectly, especially facing the bed, a mirror does not just disturb your sleep. It may open a channel to unwanted energy, leading to restless dreams, insomnia, or the eerie sensation that someone is watching you at night. In ancient China, mirrors were hung at doorways to ward off bad spirits. In ancient Egypt, mirrors symbolized the soul and were placed in tombs so the dead could look back on life. When you understand that a mirror is a symbol of reflection, you also realize if it reflects the wrong way, it might reflect back at you. Plants represent life, growth, and renewal. In feng shui, plants are connected to the wood element, which nurtures positive energy, helps energy flow, and breaks up stagnation. But when a plant is withered, dead, or neglected, it no longer symbolizes life. It becomes a symbol of decaying energy, of things left unresolved. Keeping a dead plant in your bedroom is like keeping a forgotten part of your soul, something you no longer care for, something you have lost hope in. That is a form of repeating energy. Regret, stagnation, surrender. That is why, when you care for a plant, you are practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and the act of nurturing yourself. Have you ever heard a soft bell in the morning and felt your heart suddenly ease? Across many cultures, bells are seen as symbols of awakening, calling in energy and driving away negativity. In Buddhism, the sound of a bell is not just a signal. It is a call for the mind to return to the present. In Christianity, church bells awaken the community and push away darkness. In Tibetan tradition, singing bowls are used to shift the vibrational frequency of the mind. Feng shui teaches us, when sound vibrates at the right frequency, it can dissolve stagnant energy, unlock emotional blockages, and awaken the light within you. So whether it is the soft chime of a bell in the morning or one gentle ring of a singing bowl each week, this is not just a spiritual act, it is a quiet invitation for new energy to flow into your life. Sunlight is not just a physical element that helps plants grow. Spiritually, light is a symbol of truth, of hope, of inner clarity. When you open your windows to sunlight each morning, you are not just letting in air, you are inviting clear, fresh, pure energy to spread throughout your space. Many people feel more uplifted and mentally clear after just a few minutes of sunlight in the room. That is not a coincidence. That is the activation of life force energy, the positive chi that light naturally brings. When a clock stops ticking, you may think it is just broken, but maybe the universe is showing you that something in your life has stopped moving too. When a snake shows up, your first thought might be fear, but in ancient Eastern traditions, the snake symbolizes wealth and rebirth. A snake sheds its skin, it transforms. It is an invitation for you to let go of the old and embrace the new. When you hear birds singing in the morning, pause. In many cultures, birds are seen as messengers from the divine, a greeting, a signal, or a gentle message you are meant to hear. We do not live alone in this world. We live among millions of symbols, and those symbols are whispering to us every day. Feng shui is not just about arranging furniture to look nice. Spirituality is not about believing in something vague. They are both languages of connection, the connection between people, space, and the deeper energy layer that the eye cannot see. And once you begin to notice the symbols around you, you will realize nothing is random. No object is meaningless. And every small action, lighting incense, adjusting your bed, or letting go of an old item, carries the message of awakening. Some people unknowingly live in rooms filled with old memories, old items, and gifts from people who are no longer part of their lives. And they wonder why they feel trapped in cycles of loneliness, confusion, or emotional heaviness. The truth is, the energy of those objects is still whispering to them every day, shaping their emotions and influencing their choices. A picture frame that has not changed in 10 years is a sign of emotional stagnation. A dim light bulb you still have not replaced may reflect the lack of clarity in your own mind. Feng shui, when understood correctly, is not superstition. It is the recognition that everything around you is a reflection of your inner world. When a clock stops at the exact moment you feel lost, it might be a sign. Pause and look inward. When you keep dropping things in the same corner, maybe that space is holding dense energy and needs cleansing. When the light always flickers in one spot, maybe your mind is unclear about something in that part of your life. Learn to observe your space like you are listening to a dear friend, one who always tells the truth, but speaks through silence. In the end, it does not matter how many feng shui objects you own, or whether your bedroom faces the right direction. What matters is, are you living consciously in your own space? Can you recognize the messages hidden in every object? Can you feel the whispers of your surroundings guiding your path? Because everything around you carries meaning, and when you start to see the unseen, your entire life begins to shift. Linda was a woman in her early 50s, living alone in a small apartment in the suburbs after her divorce. She used to be strong and confident, but over the past few years, Linda had become withdrawn, lost, and often suffered from minor illnesses. Every morning, she would wake up feeling exhausted, even though she had done nothing physically demanding. Her bedroom was quiet, but not peaceful. Inside were old photos of the husband who had left. A large mirror faced the bed. There were old journals, birthday cards from years ago, and even her wedding dress, carefully folded and tucked away in a drawer. They were like ghosts of the past, still lingering, even though life had clearly moved on. One day, after watching a video about energy in living spaces, Linda began to wonder, could my room be holding me back in sadness? She decided it was time for a change. She began clearing her closet, putting away everything that no longer belonged to her present life. She took down the wedding photo and replaced it with a painting of spring flowers. She cleansed the room with agarwood incense and threw open the windows to let the sunlight pour in. Then she placed a small jade plant on her nightstand, a quiet reminder to herself, I deserve a new beginning. Nothing magical happened overnight, but from that day forward, her sleep became deeper. Linda began to feel lighter in her heart. Old friends started calling again. She got invited out. She caught herself smiling more naturally in the mirror, and one morning she surprised even herself by singing along to a song playing on the radio. Linda later shared, I used to think changing my life meant doing something big, but no, all I needed was to clean my bedroom and let go of what no longer belonged to me. Sometimes healing does not need to begin with the heart. It can begin with the room where you sleep every night. Your living space holds memories, energy, sadness, and hope. And when you clean it with intention, you are sending a message to the universe. I am ready for a new chapter, one that is brighter, lighter, and mine. You know what? The space you live in is reflecting the person you are, the pillow you sleep on, the lamp you switch on each night, the picture hanging on the wall. All of it is a quiet message from the universe, meant just for you. When you hold on to objects filled with sadness, the past will keep holding on to you. But when you begin to clear things out, when you change the layout, relight the room, something beautiful begins to happen. Not because of magic, but because you are opening a new doorway for your life to begin again. Remember, everything you touch, burn, plant, or dream carries meaning. Have you ever felt a shift after a dream, a scent, or even a small change in your room? Share your story in the comments below, or leave a quiet message to yourself today. And if this video has touched something deep inside you, do not hesitate. Like, share, subscribe, and join us on this journey of tuning in to the energy around you and the energy within you.